If you haven't met me before, I'm Lauren Sweeney, and I'm the Vice President here at Rise Up For You. Now, whether you're an entrepreneur or you're a leader in an organization, no matter what, it's important that you build your brand. If we don't build our brand, we are actually building our brand. It's just not in a way that we want. We all have a brand, whether we recognize it or not. And you probably notice this no matter if you're on LinkedIn, scrolling the news, Instagram, TikTok. Most people have a very distinctive brand. And whatever that looks like for them, it's very interesting. So let's dive in and let's talk a little bit this morning about how do we build a personal brand and how do we leverage our personal brand to build our personal and professional success. I work with a lot of individuals, and some of you, hi Becky, some of you are on today, and you might be one of our one-on-one coaching clients, which is a great addition to your membership. The really neat thing is that even if you're not an entrepreneur, you still want to build your brand on LinkedIn in particular. Today, I'm going to go through how to build the brand, values alignment, and then we'll get into a little bit of details about LinkedIn because it is our favorite platform. You can type in the chat what you're excited about learning today, or maybe what about this topic really intrigued you. So why branding? Well, here's the good news and the bad news. Are you ready? Are you ready for the good news and the bad news? The bad news is, and the good news is, that you are the brand. 81% of consumers across the globe said they need to be able to trust the person or the brand they buy from. Do you agree with that? It typically takes 5 to 7 interactions before a consumer remembers a brand. Think about brands that you love. It only takes 0.5 seconds for someone to form an opinion about you and your brand. Now remember, not all of you on here today are entrepreneurs. A lot of you work for someone else. I'm going to show you today how you still definitely have a brand. You remember a few minutes ago, I asked, what is the good news and the bad news about your brand? Well, people work with and buy from people they like and trust. That makes sense. That's what we do, right? Don't you go to a restaurant? Don't you have services from people that you like and trust? How can you increase your brand, your energy and clarity to add value and gain more success? That's what we're going to talk about today. Since you're the brand, it's important that your brand is intentional. So let's brainstorm for a minute. Type in the chat. I want you to list 5 brands that stand out to you. It can be a company, it can be a person. Go ahead and type them in the chat. What are some brands that stand out to you? For example, Target. And what stands out about Target? Well, that's where you go if I need bread and I need creamer for my coffee and I also need a jacket for my son, right? You can find a lot of things there. I also love to go there because I can pick up, maybe an extra water bottle and a card for Father's Day. The logo, the Target logo, which of course is intentional and coloring. We're going to get into that in a moment, that red and white. That says, stop here, come into the store. You do not think that that is by mistake. That is absolutely intentional. So people that stand out to you as a brand, where you like them, you trust them, you might listen to their podcast, you listen to their YouTube channel. I did a training yesterday for a HR organization, and we were talking about empathy, and we were talking about Brené Brown, and most people knew who she was because you can recognize their brand. You know what they stand for. You know she's going to talk about authenticity and empathy. Now let's talk about our goals. I want you to think about what your goals might be. A promotion, gaining new clients if you're an entrepreneur, gaining trust, perhaps speaking in public, getting better at that, credibility, noticeability in your industry. We're going to come back to D in a minute because we have a really amazing global speak-off that I'm going to tell you about if you're not already involved in it. Prepare for your future. Let's type in the chat. Which of these apply to you or resonate with you? You do want to have a goal. Otherwise, building your brand just seems arduous when you already have so many things that you're doing. And you can find out all of the other dates if you want to plan ahead and put them on your calendar. If you need any support, you can simply email Sam, our coordinator, at info@riseupforyou.com. I'm Lauren Sweeney, and thank you so much for participating.